Still having trouble landing a tech role? Listen up. First things first, you need to get a certification, preferably the CompTIA A+. That's going to be the entry-level certification that you need to get a tech job. Number two is you need a home lab. You need to download VirtualBox on your computer, and you need to go and do a web search for Windows evaluation copies of both Windows Server and Windows 11. Once you have those downloaded, you're going to mount those ISOs inside of VirtualBox, and you're going to spin up those VMs. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, go on YouTube. There's plenty of tutorials out there. Otherwise, I'll be coming out with a mini course soon to teach people how to build their own home lab. Once you've got those two virtual machines good to go, you need to set up a domain controller on that Windows Server box, and you need to connect that Windows 11 machine to that domain in your domain controller. It's actually fairly simple to do. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, again, go on YouTube. There's a ton of tutorials for this. At this point, you can start experimenting with a lot of different help desk style tasks inside of your home lab using your domain controller, using your Windows 11 machine. You can set up a file server, you can set up organizational units and containers inside of Active Directory. You can start creating users and applying permissions to those users using Active Directory and group policy. Again, if all of this is way over your head, I will be coming out with a mini course soon that will hopefully help you and teach you a lot of this stuff. Anyway, once you have your home lab done, you're now going to document it. You're going to document everything you've learned in the process. You're going to put it all in a OneNote, and then you're going to transfer everything from OneNote into a GitHub, which is free that you can set up. You're going to take that GitHub link once you have it set up, and you're going to add it to your resume, and you're also going to add it to your LinkedIn. So you now have a CompTIA A+ certification, you have a home lab, and you have a GitHub link to show hiring managers and recruiters who are definitely going to be interested in you as a candidate now. So you start applying for IT jobs right away, and eventually you're going to get some interviews. Before you go to those interviews, you are going to get on ChatGPT or any AI of your choice, and you're going to have it ask you a ton of help desk and desktop support type questions. Not only is this going to show you what you actually know already, but it's also going to prepare you for the types of questions you're going to get in that interview. Hopefully you've done enough with your home lab at this point to be able to pass a lot of those questions, but if not, there are plenty of study materials out there to learn this stuff too. So again, at this point, you now have a CompTIA A+ certification, which really is the baseline to get into tech. You also have a home lab that is built out. You've learned a ton from that home lab, and you also have a GitHub that is shareable to all hiring managers. You are going to be a top candidate in that stack for an entry-level tech role. If you found this helpful and you made it here to the end, just make sure to follow me if you're not already, because I do give out information like this not only to people trying to get into tech, but tech workers who are trying to get into cybersecurity as well, and also interns who are trying to get into either cybersecurity or tech. I help them as well. So even though the tech field does feel competitive right now, you now have everything you need to know to get into the field and a very straightforward roadmap to do so. Last thing I'll say is once you actually land that tech job, learn everything you can about it and start thinking about your next move.